Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. So if you're here from the short, you already have a backstory. If not, our word was combination. We're looking at the idea that beyond just the surface. I used the example of, say we went to the doctor and they gave us a pill and we took that pill and thought everything's going to be fine now. What's the combination of things? Looking beyond the surface. We have stepping up, which goes into being empowered, balance, trust, alignment, companion, love, karma, and body temple, which goes into taking care of yourself, mind, body, spirit, balance, effort, action, self-love. I'm looking up. I'm looking at stepping up, taking care of ourselves, the mind, body, spirit, balance, looking beyond things. Like I said, normally we're just seeing the surface level. We could say, hey, I'm in this toxic relationship. They're the problem. I leave. Everything's going to be voila. I have an addiction. I cancel that and everything will be okay. We will still have problems, And when we look at things on an energetic stance, that's the invisible aspect, if we will. Unless we get in touch, we start to see and we start to take accountability. That toxic relationship, I'm sure it was toxic, but what if I had a wound or a trauma and I got into that relationship and all they did was heighten it? I can get out of that relationship, and if I didn't see the wound, I didn't heal it, I'm going to get into another one and do it all over again. That addiction, if I canceled that or I quit it, I stopped it, I'm still going to have a reasoning within me. I might find something else to distract me or to pacify whatever the other one was. Whatever was there is still there. Maybe during that process, like breaking up with that person, I could see my wound, excuse me, or through quitting the addiction, I could see the wound. The combination of things, why, beyond this surface level, what can we look into in our experience and say we did try to, we saw that was bad for us, if we will, and we left it, but it's still there. There's still reason there. What is the connection, the combination? What else do we have here, Spirit? Got the Page of Pentacles. Ambition. Going this deep, looking at things, obviously we are moving towards something. We're seeing something. We want a resolution. Other than that, we would just accept our fate, if we will. We would accept how things are. If we're told this is all you're ever going to be, or this is all you're ever going to be able to get, and we accept that, well, then that's our identity. We'll identify with that and we'll go through the motions. If we don't accept that, whether from another or ourself, the saying, through a relationship, you'll never be able to get anything better than me. Same thing in a job. We could have negative self-talk. We could be doing during those periods of leaving something and going through a difficult period. We could be reflecting and saying, I should have never done that. I should have never left. That was the best thing I ever had. Well, it's the only other thing that you had that you could compare anything to. You don't know what's coming or what's meant for you or that is actually better, but we have yet to see it or live it for that fair comparison. But having the strength and the courage to go after something, truly knowing that, hey, this isn't for me, or I don't know if I already said it, going after that healing aspect that I quit this addiction and now I see or I still struggle with whatever. Same thing in the relationship. I'm getting back into or attracting the same kind of vibrational matches here. I want to fix this. I'm not going to settle. I'm not going to accept. Oh, that's a lot. So we got the Tower, disruption, naturally, leaving something, or even seeing it. Say we left the relationship, or an addiction, or work, whatever it was, and then we finally see it. That's enough of a tower. Let alone just leaving it is a tower. But when we see it, it's disrupting our perspective, in essence. Got the Ten of Pentacles reversed. feeling like we're going backwards. This is, I should have stayed. Whatever was back there was better because what I'm going through now is extremely uncomfortable. And then we have death reversed, fear of change. This, it's quite natural, when the past is all we ever have ever known, and we lived it, and it was ourself. When we come to this period to leave it, it's a very uncomfortable space. We don't know what's out there or what is. And whatever what was there in the past uh, could have been bad for us, could have been toxic, and it probably was because it's not in our experience anymore. But we could justify that, hey, you know, that was my Ten of Pentacles, if we will. But in essence, it wasn't. It was far from it, because we're seeing this aspect of the shadow, and it pacified it. It kept it calm. It kept it safe. It kept it fed in that toxicity of whatever it may have been. And now we have to see it. And this is an uncomfortable space. Whether we fully understand it yet, or we are putting the puzzle pieces together, and it's just quite painful to be going through. It is uncomfortable, and letting go of that is no easy feat. But remember why. Knight of Swords. Swift action. I often see that card as plowing into things and not always thinking of the repercussions. Whether we view our past as that or plowing forward, that was going back to really reflecting on the past and viewing it as shoulda, woulda, coulda in this comparison game. When we really reflect on that, I've said this before, and obviously if we're not in it anymore, when we were in it and it was really bad or uncomfortable or touching on our emotions, if we would have wrote down how that experience was making us feel and what we wanted to go towards, and then during this period of this stressful situation and this comparison, this lack, if we will, as we perceive it, and we would have read how horrible it was, that would open an envelope of to correct our feelings in this stage, if we will, because now we don't have something, and we're forgetting how bad it was because we're feeling something uncomfortable right now. But if we actually could reread or re-experience how bad that was, it wouldn't be anything to compare to. We wouldn't be in that missing space that we feel alone or without an option and wanting to run back to something like that. Taking decisions, making decisions or moves without fully thinking it through. If you can reflect, you should, to remind yourself that whatever was back there is not, it's obviously not for you. The Three of Cups, reversed. It clearly was not for us. It was not healthy. It was not a good match. In our mind right now, in this lack, we think it was. It was something to fill this void. I said before about that it may have been feeding or pacifying this wound or trauma complex, whatever we want to look at. That through that period, that relationship, that job, that situation in general was pacifying that to an extent, but it wasn't healthy, because this isn't really a healthy place to live out of. And through that, we're seeing it now, we're feeling it, and it's uncomfortable, and we want to silence it. And how do we do that? We grab things and try to jam them in there, and the easiest comparison or experience to that we could see that pacified it would have been a past situation. Gonna get one card. I do feel like I'm all over the place here. We got two here. We got the Hermit, introspection, and the World reversed, unfinished. During this period, this cycle, this wound is open. It is, we're given an opportunity here to see it. This is the combination. This is how everything is connected. Like I said, it's uncomfortable because we don't have anything to pacify it right now. And the only thing that we knew that did it was whatever was in the back, like, oh, that addiction I mentioned earlier, or the relationship, the job. Something gave some sort of stability in our life for the wound. And we pulled ourselves out of there. Or spirit, God, source, divine, universe did, because it wasn't healthy. We're given an opportunity here. We don't have to. We can go back and repeat. We can get into a relationship and that's going to manifest the same and we're going to experience that again. Same thing with the job. We can grab a hold of, say we don't go back to that same addiction, but we grab something else to fill that void, to pacify it. That cycle is open and we can go back and that's fine. We'll get to it when we get to it. Maybe we'll be upset with ourselves, but we're really here in an opportunity to break through, to fix it, to heal it. We don't even need to make it go away. We just have to see it. We can understand it then. And then through time, we can heal it. But if we see it, when we start to reflect, or we start to see opportunities that might replicate the same experience we were through, if we know it and we see it, we can justify that, hey, I'm doing this because of this wound or this trauma, and I don't want to repeat that. Or we can fully heal it and close out that cycle. It is up to us. But this pain that or fear or lack, whatever we're experiencing here that is pulling at us and maybe driving us a bit crazy, insane, and we're grabbing or looking for things to pacify it, this is the opportunity to let go of it, to fully close it out, to see it for what it is, and to be free of it. I'm going to leave this here. If this resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hang in there. You're doing fine, and you'll make the right decision for you. I'll talk to y'all later. See ya.